Welcome to another episode of FML, and today we're going to lower the SVX. We're going to do a little experimenting today and kind of see how things play out. It does involve a saw. That's never a dull moment. So my plan of attack today is we're going to cut the springs before I order any coilovers, because if this doesn't work, I am not sitting on $1,300 worth of coilovers for an SVX that I can't use. Never gets old. Yeah, we're gonna cut that, we're gonna lower it to where I want it, and then I'm gonna come through and hack up some metal and see where we're at. And we'll do this side first because this is the worst panel for me to practice on because I do not know what I'm doing. Come to the back, and I really want to stay at this body line and build off of that. I don't really want to go over that, but if we have to, we have to. Mostly because of the fuel filler. See, on this side, we got our filler there, so if I could just keep it at that line, that would be real swell. But first things first, someone mentioned that I should see how it turns with these wheels on it at its current height. I know on my lifted SVX I had issues with it hitting back there. I'm gonna guess we're gonna have some rubbing, but that's what saws are made for. Hitting back there, but I know that there's a pinch weld that goes there that can be moved back, and we should be good. This car I might even, no, I don't think I should cut it. We also have a wheel well liner here that's hitting too, so yeah. Now that we're done with that experiment, let's jack it up and take our wheel off. We got our wheel off, and the first thing I'm going to do is cut a spring with a sawzall. Right here, right there, looks good. Come on. The sawzall is a bit of a disappointment. It's supposed to be a good blades. So we're gonna try a cut-off wheel now. I don't know about this. I don't want my disc to get pinched in there, so I'm gonna go grab a hammer and see what happens. Okay. Zing! Well, the spring's cut. Not exactly the way I wanted. I'm glad you guys could all be a part of that. It's kind of crazy. It just like broke. How to lower an SVX on the cheapo, not the dry-bo. So when we go to cut the spring in the back, I'm just going to pull out the spring compressor and just take some of the tension off of there. 10 out of 10 do not recommend doing what I just did. I did take off our wheel well liner. We have our airbag wire, which is on the yellow conduit there going up to our sensor. I don't know what that's supposed to be attached to, but it's not attached to anything. We just got our major harness right here, but I don't think we have anything else to worry about. So before I put my wheel on, I'm just going to trim off a little bit of metal and see where I land and go from there. thought the cutoff wheel would just zip through there, and that is not the case. I don't know if I have the wrong cutoff wheel or what, but I'm a little disappointed in that. So grabbed the old Sawzall and just finished it off. I'm pretty happy with this height right here. We have, where's my flashlight? If we can get in there, we have plenty of space up there for a little bit of wheel travel, and I'll trim up more of this metal once I figure out a better way of doing it. Maybe an air chisel and just all the way around. You can definitely see all the Bondo that's been on here. But this is kind of where I want it. Probably, you know, there'll be a little bit of negative camber in there, but I'm not going to be stancing this thing out. I'm not really into that. To each their own, but I'm happy with that height. I ended up cutting off another chunk of spring, so we got a little bit more out of there. It didn't really lower it that much when I had first cut it, but that's where we're at on this side. You know, of course, we're gonna have to, there's that pinch weld back there. If you can see that, focus. There's a pinch weld back there. If you saw my lifted SVX video, you knew that I had pounded that in flat. And we'll probably have to do that all the way up to the top there. It comes up to about right there. Other than that, I think we're good. I might make a new bracket right there to hold this fender because it's kind of floppy. But yeah, let's move on to the back. That's going to be the exciting one. Alright guys, I'm gonna call this video a wrap. Tell me what you think. Should I go lower? Should I really get aggressive with it? I mean, it's not slammed to the ground by any means, so we definitely have room underneath the car, but I also still kind of want it to be drivable. Comment below, tell me what you think I should do. Should I go lower? Should I leave it the way it is? You know, going lower in the back here is gonna affect my body line right here, but you know, maybe I can move the body line up. Maybe, we'll figure that out once I start doing the fiberglassing and whatnot. So yeah. So on that note, I'm going to call it a wrap. I'm going to go get some lunch and look at some more coilovers and do some more research on that. The gentleman that I watch who has a wide body SVX on YouTube, he used BC coilovers, and they make bags instead of the springs, which is kind of like a direct replacement. So maybe that won't be such a bad deal. I gotta research that, see if they even still do that. Sorry I ruined a good fender. And on that note, thanks guys for watching. Remember to keep making financial mistakes.